Welcome to Star Bios, where we delve into the fascinating lives of Hollywood's most iconic figures. Today, we're shining the spotlight on a comedy legend who redefined the art of stand-up and left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry, Richard Pryor. With his unflinching honesty, raw talent, and unwavering passion, Pryor rose to become one of the most influential comedians of all time. But before he took the world by storm, Richard Pryor's early life was shaped by a complex tapestry of love, loss, and laughter. Woven from the threads of his unconventional family setup, his experiences with racism and hardship, and his own innate creativity. Born on December 1st, 1940, in Peoria, Illinois, Richard Franklin Lennox Thomas Pryor III was the grandson of a brothel owner and the son of a boxer and a prostitute. This unorthodox family arrangement would later influence his unapologetic and uncompromising approach to comedy, as he often drew upon his own life experiences to craft routines that were both deeply personal and universally relatable. Pryor's early childhood was marked by a mix of warmth and hardship, with his grandmother, Marie Carter, playing a pivotal role in his upbringing. She owned a string of brothels in Peoria, which provided a unique and unconventional environment for young Richard to grow up in, an environment that was at once tumultuous and fascinating. As a child, Pryor was exposed to the harsh realities of life, witnessing the struggles of the women who worked in his grandmother's establishments and the men who frequented them. He saw firsthand the effects of poverty, racism, and exploitation, and these early experiences would later inform his comedy, as he often incorporated stories about his family and upbringing into his acts. Despite the challenges he faced, Pryor's childhood was also filled with laughter and creativity, courtesy of his mother, Gertrude, who encouraged his love of performance and storytelling. She would often regale him with tales of her own life, of struggles and triumphs, of love and loss, stories that would later become the foundation upon which Pryor built his comedic persona. Growing up in Peoria during the 1940s and 1950s, Pryor was deeply influenced by the city's vibrant music scene, which included jazz, blues, and R&B. He often sneaked into local clubs to watch performers like Louis Jordan and Milton Berle, who would later become a significant inspiration for his own comedy style. The sounds of Duke Ellington, Count Basie, and Billie Holiday filled the air, transporting Pryor to a world beyond the confines of his grandmother's brothels and the streets of Peoria. He was captivated by the energy, the passion, and the creativity of these musicians, and he knew from a young age that he wanted to be a part of this world, to make people laugh, to tell stories, and to bring joy to others. Pryor's early life was also marked by struggles in school, where he faced racism and bullying from his classmates. He was often the target of taunts and teasing, with kids calling him brothel boy and other derogatory names. However, he found solace in the world of performance, joining the drama club and participating in local talent shows. These early experiences on stage helped Pryor develop a sense of confidence and self-worth, which would serve him well as he navigated the challenges of his personal life and the cutthroat world of show business. Pryor's family life was complicated, to say the least. His father, Leroy Pryor, was a boxer and a pimp who often clashed with Richard's mother. The couple's tumultuous relationship ultimately led to their divorce when Richard was just a teenager. This instability had a profound impact on Pryor, who would later struggle with his own relationships and personal demons. He felt lost and alone, unsure of how to navigate the complexities of family dynamics and personal identity. Despite these challenges, Pryor's grandmother, Marie, remained a constant source of love and support, encouraging his creative pursuits and providing a sense of stability in his chaotic world. As Pryor entered his teenage years, he began to develop a passion for comedy, inspired by the likes of Jackie Gleason, Red Skelton, and Sid Caesar. He spent hours watching television, studying the great comedians of the time, and practicing his own stand-up routines in front of the mirror. He would watch tapes of Lenny Bruce, Mort Sahl, and other pioneers of comedy, analyzing their techniques, their timing, and their courage. This dedication to his craft would eventually pay off, but not before Pryor faced numerous challenges and setbacks that would test his resolve and shape his unique comedic perspective. The Peoria of Pryor's youth was a city in transition, with racial tensions simmering just below the surface. The town's African-American community faced significant discrimination, from segregated schools to limited job opportunities. These experiences would later inform Pryor's comedy, as he tackled issues like racism and social justice with unflinching honesty. He saw firsthand the effects of systemic inequality and the ways in which it could crush the spirits of even the strongest individuals. As a result, Pryor developed a deep sense of empathy and understanding, which he would later channel into his comedy, using humor as a way to expose the absurdities and injustices of the world around him. As Pryor's passion for comedy continued to simmer, he began to hone his craft in the early 1960s, performing stand-up at local clubs and bars in Peoria. The dimly lit rooms, thick with cigarette smoke and the smell of cheap beer, provided a fertile ground for him to test his material and develop his unique voice. He drew inspiration from the likes of Bill Cosby and Dick Gregory, who were pushing the boundaries of comedy with their irreverent styles, tackling topics like racism and social justice with unflinching honesty. Pryor would often listen to their records, studying their delivery, tone, and technique, and he began to see the potential for comedy to be a powerful tool for storytelling and social commentary. In 1963, Pryor made the bold decision to leave Peoria and pursue a career in comedy in New York City. He settled in Greenwich Village, a hub of artistic expression and creativity, where he became a regular at iconic clubs like the Bitter End and Gardet's Folk City. These clubs were incubators for emerging talent, and Pryor was surrounded by other aspiring comedians, musicians, and writers who shared his passion for innovation and experimentation. The village's eclectic atmosphere, with its narrow streets, charming cafes, and historic brownstones, provided a stimulating backdrop for Pryor to develop his craft. Pryor's big break came in 1964 when he appeared on the popular television show On Broadway Tonight, which was hosted by the legendary Jack Paar. This exposure led to more TV appearances, including a stint on The Ed Sullivan Show in 1965, where he shared the stage with some of the biggest names in entertainment. However, Pryor soon found himself struggling to reconcile his desire for mainstream success with his need to stay true to his artistic vision. He felt stifled by the conventions of traditional comedy and longed to express himself more authentically, to tap into the raw emotions and experiences that had shaped him as a person. As he navigated this creative crossroads, Pryor began to explore new ways of expressing himself, drawing upon his own life experiences and observations about the world around him. He started to incorporate more personal stories and anecdotes into his act, using humor to process and make sense of the complexities and challenges he faced. This marked a significant turning point in his career, as he started to gain recognition for his unique voice and perspective. In 1968, Pryor released his debut comedy album, Richard Pryor, which was recorded live at the Troubadour in Los Angeles. The album captured the essence of his stand-up performances, with its unflinching honesty, vulnerability, and irreverent humor. It was a bold statement, one that announced Pryor's arrival as a major force in American comedy. The early 1970s were a pivotal time for Pryor, as he continued to push the boundaries of comedy with his unflinching honesty and vulnerability. He became known for his uncanny ability to find humor in even the darkest subjects, including racism, poverty, and personal struggle. In 1971, Pryor appeared in the film The Wild and the Free, which marked one of his first major roles on the big screen. He also began to collaborate with other notable comedians, including George Carlin and Robert Klein, who shared his commitment to using comedy as a tool for social commentary. One of Pryor's most significant relationships during this period was with actress and comedian Pam Grier, whom he met in 1972. The two became romantically involved, and Grier would later credit Pryor with helping her develop her own comedic style. Their relationship was marked by a deep emotional connection, as well as a shared passion for creativity and self-expression. They would often spend hours talking about their experiences, sharing stories, and laughing together, and this creative exchange had a profound impact on Pryor's work. In 1974, Pryor released his groundbreaking comedy album, That Nigger's Crazy, which is still widely regarded as one of the greatest comedy albums of all time. The album's raw, unflinching humor and Pryor's willingness to confront difficult subjects head-on resonated with audiences and helped establish him as a leading figure in American comedy. As he noted, "I'm not a comedian, I'm a storyteller, and my stories are about the human condition." This album was a testament to Pryor's innovative spirit, his courage to confront the complexities of life, and his unique ability to find humor in even the darkest corners of human experience. Pryor's success continued to grow throughout the 1970s, with appearances on iconic TV shows like Saturday Night Live and The Tonight Show. He also began to explore other creative outlets, including acting and writing. In 1976, Pryor starred in the film Silver Streak alongside Gene Wilder, which marked one of his first major starring roles. The film's success helped establish Pryor as a bankable star, and he went on to appear in a string of successful films throughout the late 1970s and early 1980s. As Pryor's career continued to soar, he remained committed to using his platform to speak truth to power and challenge social norms. He was unafraid to tackle difficult subjects, including racism, police brutality, and personal addiction, using his comedy as a way to process and make sense of the world around him. Through his work, Pryor provided a voice for those who had been marginalized or silenced, and he helped to create a more nuanced understanding of the complexities of human experience. As the 1980s progressed, Richard Pryor's career continued to evolve like a rich tapestry, woven from threads of critically acclaimed films and personal struggles that threatened to unravel his very existence. In 1982, he starred in the film Richard Pryor, Live on the Sunset Strip, which showcased his unique brand of comedy, a potent blend of raw honesty, vulnerability, and innovative storytelling that cemented his status as a legendary performer. The film's success was a testament to Pryor's unwavering dedication to his craft, as well as his unrelenting passion for pushing boundaries and challenging social norms. However, this period was also marked by health issues that would have broken a lesser man. In 1980, Pryor suffered a near-fatal accident when he set himself on fire while freebasing cocaine, an incident that would leave him with physical scars and emotional trauma that would take years to heal. The road to recovery was long and arduous, with Pryor facing numerous challenges, including multiple surgeries, painful rehabilitation, and a prolonged struggle with addiction. Yet, even in the midst of this darkness, Pryor found a way to channel his experiences into his work, using his platform to speak truth to power and challenge social norms. As he navigated the treacherous landscape of his personal struggles, Pryor's output slowed due to his declining health, but he continued to work on various projects, including films and television shows that showcased his innovative spirit and creative vision. One of his most notable later works was the 1989 film Harlem Nights, which he wrote, directed, and starred in alongside Eddie Murphy and Red Fox. Although the film received mixed reviews, it remains a testament to Pryor's unwavering commitment to his craft, as well as his willingness to take risks and push boundaries. Throughout his life, Pryor received numerous awards and accolades for his contributions to comedy and entertainment, a recognition of his trailblazing work that paved the way for future generations of performers. In 1998, he was awarded the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor, which is considered the highest honor in American comedy. As he accepted this award, Pryor reflected on his career with characteristic humility and self-awareness, saying, "I'm not a legend, I'm just a guy from Peoria who told jokes." This statement speaks to the very heart of Pryor's approach to his craft, a willingness to confront difficult subjects, challenge social norms, and inspire others through his unwavering honesty and vulnerability. Richard Pryor passed away on December 10, 2005, at the age of 65, due to complications from a heart attack. His death was met with an outpouring of tributes and condolences from the entertainment industry and beyond, a testament to the enduring power of his legacy. As news of his passing spread, comedians, actors, and writers from around the world shared their memories of Pryor, celebrating his innovative spirit, his unwavering commitment to his craft, and his unrelenting passion for pushing boundaries. Today, Richard Pryor is remembered as a trailblazing comedian who redefined the art form and paved the way for future generations of performers. His influence can be seen in the work of countless artists, from Eddie Murphy to Dave Chappelle, who have followed in his footsteps, using their platforms to speak truth to power and challenge social norms. His legacy serves as a testament to the enduring importance of comedy and storytelling in our lives, a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there is always the possibility for redemption, forgiveness, and transformation. That's all for today's Star Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.